Hey, welcome to BBZ Reviews, which stands for Boomer.
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 Yeah, boomer. Boomer.
Boomer.
And you
Boomer.
are?
Boomer. That's not BBZ. That's BBB.
Oh my god, can we do
You
that
look
again?
very young for boomer.
I'm Boomer. Hi guys, you're tuning in to BBZ Reviews, where three vastly different individuals with varying technical backgrounds come together to share their thoughts on movies, films, and everything in between.
Hai, apa kabar kawan-kawan?
大家好.
皆さんこんにちは。
Welcome to BBZ Reviews again, which stands for
Boomer.
Boomer.
and Zuma. So today we're gonna review yet again another movie which was chosen by Kazz, which is
Ex-Machina.
which was directed by Alex
Garland.
Garland, right? Produced in 2015 or 14.
Is it 15? 14, I think.
Yeah.
14.
It's Alex Garland's directorial debut, but he's no newcomer to the industry because he had been doing screenplay for like Danny Boyle film, like 28 Days Later, and he was an East novelist as well.
Oh.
Yeah, he wrote The Beach, the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, I watched that
Yes.
one. The Beach.
Yeah, so this Ex Machina, unbelievably high production standard and all that
Yes.
for the first time director. So what did you guys feel about watching this film?
Okay. 3 things.
Oh, okay.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I wouldn't bring my first date.
What?
Number 3, if you're sleepy, you'll fall asleep in the theater.
Oh,
That's true. That's true. I think it's a bit of a slow burner type
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I feel like my first reaction watching it was like, for a sci-fi movie, it's actually quite contained.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like crazy, like, you know, Star Wars, that kind of sci-fi
Really
type
big
thing.
effects.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a very interesting between like the mix between slice of life and like
Right.
fantasy, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
first
the color is so, how to say, like monotonous.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like
Yeah.
dull,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah.
So this film made him win special effects on the Oscar.
Yeah, wait. Why do you choose this film?
Oh yes, why did I choose this film? Okay, I feel that this film is very how to say relevant to today, the modern society, because this film was made in 2014, which is a while ago, but now you've heard about this Lambda by Google. It's the AI from Google.
Okay.
But one researcher who was doing that, now he's no longer with Google, but he claims that Lambda has got its own character, and he is writing about his interview session with this AI, Lambda, and himself. And the link is below, so or the description. So it's fun to read. Google is not admitting that this AI is not the AGI.
What's AGI?
Yeah, stands for Artificial General
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Yeah, because last time AI was only used for general purposes, but today the meaning has shifted, and I guess it's marketing reason. People start to use AI as, you know, like,
For specific purpose
yeah,
and
just
functions, right?
monotasking, but they just call it AI. So they had to renew the name to AGI, which is like Ava in this film.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, they are
Right.
creating someone using artificial intelligence, but can operate as
Yeah.
like a normal human being, but
Yes,
not for
yes.
specific purpose.
And this Lambda is claiming that it or he or she, I don't know,
That's the
is
interesting
human.
part.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Especially these days, we have to be very careful with these labels. He, she,
Yeah.
Pronounce.
they, them. Okay.
Yeah. And also, this AI do not have physical body like
Oh.
the one in the movie.
So
So
what
it's
form does it take? It doesn't take any form.
no, it's the interview was done in text form, I think.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's not even like.
When I see that Ava, you know what comes to my mind? Well, what came to my mind? Blade Runner,
Okay.
the second one,
Yeah.
Okay.
right? When he comes home, and then there's also
Or the
there's
hologram.
yeah,
Yeah.
right? And
Love.
yeah, and the guy said, what's the Nathan,
Mm-hmm.
right? He says something about Ava. It is not if, but when. It's evolutionary.
Yes.
So it's like almost describing AI as like a evolution of human. Like it will come one day
Right.
in the form of Ava,
Right. That's true.
right? And it's not an if, it's a when.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you think it will be around now? In this lifetime, we will see a AGI?
Lifetime, I'm not sure. Yeah. In our lifetime and Z lifetime may be different.
You see, that's the thing, right? In that movie, the guy, that Nathan guy, is supposed to be, he's a CEO or founder of a very
Yes. The Blue Book.
big company,
Yeah.
right? And you look
I
at
think
him.
it's Facebook and Google
Yeah.
together kind of
And
image.
and for something like that to happen, you need someone with a lot of money.
Yes.
We have a lot of
Yes.
money people around.
Yeah.
Right? A few, one or two, just on top of your head, right? All the tech company giants.
Yep.
The only people that can have that kind of house, that kind of setup in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
ferry zoo with a helicopter,
Yeah.
are these tech giant owners,
Yes.
right? And they have the technology, and
Yeah.
Google is keeping mum about this
Yep,
Lambda
yep.
thing. So
I
who
mean,
knows?
Google themselves, they are not admitting Lambda is like a sensuous AI. Yeah. So the researcher who quit Google and telling the world that it is, but I'm not sure which one's true.
How are we so sure that it wasn't just programmed to sort of that way?
That links to the story of the film, like
Right,
Turing
yeah.
test and all that. Yeah. One thing about this Lambda is that, as far as I read a few articles, it doesn't talk about Turing test. Yeah, towards the end of the film, Nathan is asking Kale about the chess analysis, right? Yeah. So how do we know that it's only reacting to whatever you say?
Yeah,
And
exactly. Like it was programmed.
Yep. Just like we still can't, how does this? Still can't describe what life is, you know? Yeah. So let alone what is, artificial intelligence, artificial general intelligence or not. You know, I think it's as important research as researching about AGI, as well as what determines, it is intelligent or not. Yeah.
After you watch the movie, what impact does it have on you?
Like what he was talking about, right? Like we aren't even clear about the boundaries of life. It's the same thing that the film kind of does this thing where like it kind of blurs the boundary between like the non-human and the human, right? And it makes you think about what actually, like the label of human itself very complex. Like what makes human human? Like how do you determine how, like the idea of sentience itself also, right? Like it's something that's so hard to sort of measure.
Yes.
Yeah, and all the more it makes you think about that. Because like when I was watching, I was also thinking, oh my gosh, what if Caleb is AI,
Yes.
AGI, but he
Yes,
doesn't know
yes.
he is.
Yep,
And that's what
yep.
happened, right? Like
Yep.
he started to look at himself in the mirror.
Yeah.
and then he
cutting
was
up.
like,
but
what's
he
going on?
shows no, pain reaction.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
when
a
he
bit sus.
cuts up.
Yeah, exactly.
And also he doesn't get drunk. He
Wait,
doesn't get
what
drunk.
is something that you
Yeah.
take note of? I don't remember this.
Yeah, because
Oh.
like Nathan is a kind of character. If Caleb is really like controlling his consumption of alcohol, he's the kind of guy like, hey, let's drink together, right?
Oh, right.
So we can assume that they're drinking in similar pace. But Nathan is like piss drunk. Yeah, but he's
Caleb,
like,
yeah.
he's so straight.
So what you guys are saying, Caleb might be
Might be, but
Mr. Roboto
yeah,
himself.
yeah.
He
Mr. Rob.
wasn't, right? But
I
the
don't know.
interesting thing is that
'Cause
they have
he has no family.
Oh, right.
AI don't have family.
But he watches
True.
porn.
yeah.
How is that related?
I don't
But-
know.
Sensuous. I mean,
But-
yeah, the perfect AI. lah. who watches porn.
It's like they intentionally have a main character who is not very sentient in a sense, right?
Yes.
And then all the more you're like, it blurs the boundaries, right? He could totally be that.
And also, since we are talking about him, right, that he's a protagonist, right? One of the protagonists, right? Do you remember the first bathroom scene of him after had a like breaking ice session with Nathan? He goes back to his room, where he signed the
NDA, non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah. After signing it, they went to chairs. Then he goes back to his room without windows. Then he goes into the bathroom. This shot, his bare body, and we can see his back.
Yes, there's lines.
Yeah, scars, right?
Scars.
So one way to look at it straight is that he later tells Ava that he was in car accident with his family and family passed on. But if you take a close look at his scar, right, it's a symmetry shape. It's both are same, and it's in the back of his body, upper back of his body. Looks as though he's an angel and his wings have been torn down. That's a scar. Yeah.
You're reading too much into it, lah.
but then
I just thought he got a good doctor that did, a straight line when
But car accident, stitches won't be,
maybe
Yeah,
it's
but
intentional to make you
See, the thing is about
speculate
these movies, right? You
Yeah.
tend to make you overthink things.
yeah.
Once you open that can of Pandora, you start asking things, right? Is this a
Right,
man? This is a robot?
Mm-hmm.
Because in the first thought, this guy's got to be one of his employees of Nathan, right?
Right,
So
right.
why I said I will fall asleep if I'm sleepy watching this film? Because it forces you to be in that quiet,
Oh yeah, claustrophobic. Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then when you go outside, it's all loud and you know you're outside. But once you're inside, it's like in a studio, soundproof studio
Oh yeah. It's like
atmos.
a deafening kind of
Yeah, it's like
quietness.
very quiet.
Yeah.
And watching enough, scary movies, you just feel like something can happen at any
Right,
time.
like
Yeah,
boom,
like
right?
impending
Yeah, like-
doom
Yeah,
sort of
Yeah, so you're always like on your toes.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But if it's too long, then you just fall asleep because it's just too quiet. Right?
Before visual effects, I'm going into sound design because you brought this up.
Yeah.
And actually, this film isn't very quiet. It uses quietness very well, but the soundtrack is quite strong, and the
Yes.
original soundtrack uses a lot of like super low frequencies, and also most of the soundtracks are from synthesizer. It's not from live instruments like violin, piano, or whatever. Only ever gets glockenspiel. Yeah.
What?
The metal bar that you hit with mallet. Ding, ding, ding,
Metal
ding,
bar.
ding.
Oh, that
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Xylophone. Is it xylophone?
Xylophone
X
is
for
wood.
xylophone.
Xylophone is wood.
The
yeah.
metal plates. Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So only ever gets to have the live
Live
instrument.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
When two guys are always machinery sound, artificial sound. Yeah. So, but it forces you to listen to very detailed sound, like Eva's servo motors, like.
The moving, yeah.
It can get very cheesy if you don't treat it well. But this sound designer did a very good job, and like it's convincing, right? But I envy this technology that they have. Just the thin skin, the fake skin.
Right.
After applying it, no more sound.
Disappears.
Yeah. So it's a fantastic soundproofing system that they have. Just a
Right.
thin layer of skin. Paste on, then no more motor sound.
Yeah, I would like to buy that.
Yeah.
Maybe they should put a bit of sound to make it more convincing.
But if that pseudo technology is not in that universe, we would no Kyoko is not human in the very beginning.
Right.
So that rules of that universe had to be there, I guess. Yeah.
But it reminds me also another movie. This sound effect that you said, the low rumbling, and then Dune, not the one with Sting.
I knew you were gonna say
not the one with Sting, right? The second one.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, the same actor acted.
The father.
Yes.
Yeah, the father guy with the beard, Nathan.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't you feel that?
It was very disturbing, actually. Yeah, that sort of low rumbling. I feel like in Ex-Machina, it wasn't as obvious to me. Maybe because low frequency, sometimes it's a bit hard to feel. Yeah.
Without proper listening environment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you had it in school, right? You watched it
so I
in
watched
school,
it
right?
on Netflix.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So the thing is, this kind of movies we have to watch in
In a surround.
in a suitable sound, space for you to listen to all this, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And also to like simulate like the same environment that they are like trying to produce, right? The entrapped room sort of feeling. Yeah.
So, anything to talk about visual effects?
That's the thing. Like when you first said visual effects, I was like, wow, it's not like crazy, so much CGI, whatever thing. That, I don't know what the term is, right? The thing to do. But then I realized that it's exactly because it looks so natural.
Yes.
That's why they won that, right? At first I was like, oh, how did they even win that? Then I was like, yeah, oh my god, because Ava looks so human.
She's half
she's
translucent,
but it's so believable.
Yeah.
The entire space.
Yeah.
The way
And
she
it's amazing. If you take a close look, right? The camera is ever so slightly moving at all time.
Yeah.
That makes it even harder to do the visual effects. Yeah.
I remember that.
Slow dolly in or like panning very, very slow. Or sometimes even look like handheld camera, but very steady handheld camera. So So I read about this behind the scene. Actually, they shot Eva by herself. Caleb is not in front of him because of the glass reflection and all that. So they couldn't have interaction in front of camera. So only she was in front of green screen with some kind of reflective. So you would want to avoid reflection on your suit, green screen suit, right? But with that, they managed to get the reflection of the lights on her body. So and also, I think it worked very well. That they decided to shoot only Eva, but interaction with Carol is made by edit, and the timing is so perfect.
Yeah.
I love the scene where Eva acts as a lie detector, and the timing is just nice, right? Like lie, it's so soft and nice voice that she has, but it's shocking. Because of the timing, and Carol is believably like not very, how do I say, like very opposite character from Nathan, right?
Like beta lah. Beta.
Yeah, but then at the end, not at the end, he shows some slyness as well. It's not that innocent and
he
dumbo.
He tried.
Yeah, but when he set it up, right? He's just as cunning as Nathan if he wants to. So, watching this film, I am more intrigued not by the technology that I see the effects, but by the content of the film. How he said that Ava is actually like a rat in the maze. So if you put a rat in the maze, the only objective is to get out of that place. Right? So what I'm saying is that this guy programmed this AI, Ava. Her main thing is how can I manipulate this and that, right? The way he mentioned, to get out of that place. Right? So I thought that was smart. And then he uses this unsuspecting fellow. He kena conned. Right? So that is why I believe Caleb is not a robot, but he's a human.
I see.
Because
very complex.
Nathan wants to test it on human, against a robot. See whether humans can be fooled by human characteristics.
Right.
And in fact, he was. Right?
Yeah. I have yet to tell you, but this film is not only directed by Alex Garland, but written by Alex Garland as well. Yeah. And knowing that he had done screenplay for Danny Boyle, big shot director and my favorite one, know that he's a good scriptwriter, but this one, his debut, I'm sure he's like, I gotta make it,
Yeah, and then they shot it like 15 million budget, but they grossed like
30.
triple of that or something, right?
Mm.
Worldwide. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, his second, if I didn't skip anything, second film, I think, is also on Netflix. It's called Annihilation. And this one is also very, very good. So if you have time,
Is it the same sort of theme?
What do you think about? I don't know. Is it the same theme as
Same
it?
sort of theme?
Not really. Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you think Eva
he wrote the beats,
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Do you think Eva will survive in the human world?
Good question. Yeah.
It's like that Jurassic, the dinosaurs, once they're out.
Right.
How they're going to survive in Jurassic World?
But that's different, right? Because Eva can really pass off as a human, I feel. Because humans are already so complex, so many different personalities.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
But I think she's too fragile.
Fragile in what sense? Like her bodysuit?
I think she
I mean,
will.
body itself. Like Kyoko's jaw, right? One. Yeah. Then it's
but
gone.
Kyoko is a
older model.
older
but
model.
Her arm also broke so easily.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not okay. Physically, maybe she tripped on something and then she falls apart. Everybody goes,
Yeah.
Oh God. But other than that, I think she might get lost. You know why? This is my theory, right? Because she was created to get out of that place. So her programming is just to a rat out of the maze. So once you're out, you're what's there for me to
mission.
do? Right? What's there for me to do? Right? I can't go on like manipulating everybody I see without any purpose.
But if she was true AGI, then she would find the mission for herself, right?
She would.
Because in the way she has become human.
Right.
So,
Correct.
So that is very interesting point too, because even at the end of the film, we are not sure if she has become human-like or
it's
not.
Almost impossible,
Yep.
When she left, right? When she left after leaving the poor dude inside the room, when the lift door closes, she didn't even take a look at him. Right?
She did.
She didn't.
Yeah,
she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she left.
Just a little bit, right?
It pulls
Yes.
you in,
Yes.
It makes you think, I thought, okay, as a human, right? But I thought, okay, if she's going to become more human, what if the director will probably make it such that, she will save him. So at the end, when she didn't, I was like, so what? It stops you from thinking more about her development because there's no way you can project it. You have no idea what she's going to do.
She's
I think that's
so
the power of that.
one-minded, focused on getting out. She uses all means and purposes, right? To get that Kyoko woman to stab.
Yeah.
And then once she's out, she saw the way out. She just left the guy behind. Don't even say bye-bye or, good on your mind, good luck, whatever.
And she even told Kev to stay there.
Yes. Can you stay here?
Yeah.
And
That's why he couldn't escape. Yeah. So rewind a little bit. So you think Ava manipulated or controlled Kyoko to kill Nathan?
Yes.
By the whispering.
Yes.
Yeah. And I agree with you. I felt so. And this is just imagination, but because we don't hear what she said, Ava said to Kyoko, I was wondering if it was some kind of program.
Yeah, because Nathan said you're wasting your time talking to her because she doesn't seem to understand other orders, right?
Yes.
Commands or program.
Yeah.
So I don't know how she manages
last time the phone coupler, then the program gets into her.
Correct.
Remember phone coupler?
What's that?
The telephone, the black telephone. Then you put on this machine. Then it makes noise. So the program can...
What century was this technology?
Hey,
I
we are
can't
same
seem
age,
to.
okay?
I can't seem to remember.
Okay.
What
Okay.
But
century?
for
I'll look
you,
it up, I'll
of
look it
course,
up.
you wouldn't know.
Yeah, probably not.
Mm.
Yeah, but actually, I think for me, I would like to think that part of her, like maybe it was inside her. Maybe she just wasn't triggered enough to.
Kyoko, you mean?
Yeah, Kyoko.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, when I saw scenes of her, maybe it was me projecting in a sense of trying to find some form of like sentience in her, that I was like trying to identify some like facial cues maybe, because technically you can't really understand what she's saying, right? And she's also very like a bit aloof lah, right? That's the point, right? Yeah, so I kept trying to like find cues. Yeah, so I don't know, I'd like to think that what Eva did was more like triggering her to sort of, yeah.
And why do you think there's like, I wouldn't say many, but there's two Asian dolls, or there's some Asian woman depicted there as characters, right? Is that because
the
of
past
this?
model, right?
Yeah, there's the past model, and then Kyoko itself.
I guess Nathan's
It's a
taste lah.
fetishization of like the Oriental sort of, yeah.
And yet
It
Eva
plays on
is
that.
a white woman.
Yes, because it's for Caleb. It's not for Nathan. And Nathan, I mean, this is my favorite film, so I don't want to talk too much about this, but this script, one thing I can't really buy too much is that this script is trying too hard to make Nathan a bad guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of his acting.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Right.
His
That's what I
acting
thought
is
also.
very good.
It's very good, but then
He always has that very commanding.
Yeah.
like the hubris, like
He's always
That's
in
all.
charge.
Yeah.
Right, he's always in charge from point one. But you see, he speaks the truth.
Yeah.
Right? He told Caleb, don't be fooled, or you'll be, trust me, blah 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
It happened, right?
Yep. Ava was saying, don't trust him, but actually he was telling the truth.
Correct, right?
But that's the thing, that's human nature, right? The more you tell someone don't do something, the more you want to do the opposite.
Yeah.
You want to do it, right? Yeah.
Maybe he's not street smart lah.
And
right, Nathan? Yeah.
Well,
but also
maybe.
Nathan is not a very likable person.
No.
Exactly. That's why you would not instinctively I wouldn't trust him. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't trust a rich person living in that situation
Yeah.
with
Like
an
lots.
Asian assistant woman
Oh,
who doesn't speak much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's character development I felt was a bit trying too hard to make him a bad guy.
Yeah.
And I feel it can work even if Nathan wasn't a bad guy. He's just a
Yeah.
you
Why
know,
not, right? It might
yeah.
work.
Yeah. Unsuspecting lah.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
But it's
It shows
harder
that he
to
has
sell
a-
to layman.
It shows that he has some.
You need to have antagonists, right?
Yeah, true. Also, it works that it shows this Nathan guy has some motive behind his creation of this Ava. He might use it for some, sinister purposes,
Right.
creating this smart Ava, right?
Actually, I don't think it's harder to sell there. Like, because we all always know that there will be an antagonist, right, and a protagonist. Then if you see the rich, big tech company guy, clearly he's gonna be exploiting someone, right? So even if he came in with like a very nice and everything,
Everybody's
like, I
very
would immediately
skeptical.
suspect
Yeah.
him.
Oh, yeah,
We're
that's
all
true.
trained to be skeptics, right?
True.
Yeah. So, it seems like you guys enjoy this film, right?
Yeah.
So,
In a
it's
way,
good,
lah.
it's good.
But I, would,
Yeah.
I still
In a
wouldn't
way.
bring. Still wouldn't bring my first date to this show. Sorry. The girl come out looking at me weird.
Like, are you a
dude.
robot?
yeah.
Are you like Eva?
But really,
Start peeling off my hair.
please expect that this kind of film is coming from me.
Oh,
So yeah. So actually, I have an idea for next film, which is Ghost in the Shell by
I thought
Mamoru
Macarena.
Oshii. Mamoru Oshii.
sorry, Ghost in the Shell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very old animation, but the quality is very good, and Mamoru Oshii is one of my best favorite directors.
This is not the English version, right? This is the Japanese version.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because
not
I know they
live
had the
action.
English version.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you really don't understand the gist of the original manga. it's adopted from manga, comic book,
Right.
then to animation. The style is very, very different, but the essence, Mamoru Oshii captured and condensed it.
Right.
So yeah. So, and actually, I fantasize in a way that this Ex Machina can work as a prequel to Ghost in the Shell.
Oh,
But
how interesting.
I'm only gonna talk about this in my next
The
episode.
next review.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So
Okay, we'll be connected.
since you guys watched this film and enjoyed it, right? Would you feel like watching his other films?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this Annihilation is really good. So
Okay.
yeah, recommend it.
But
But not good for date.
no, go for it. Don't worry. I won't be dating anytime soon.
Thank you guys for tuning in to BBZ Reviews. Please check out Ex Machina on Netflix if you haven't. That's it from us for now. 再见。
Okay. Selamat tinggal.
Sayonara.
Yeah.